Good afternoon. The Culture Minister, Ernest Urtasun, yesterday pointed to a growing sense within the European Union that it's completely useless to continue appealing to US President Donald Trump amid US-Israeli attacks on Iran. I think there's a moment where democratic countries who believe in international law and multilateralism have to stand up. There's no other choice, Urtasun said, when asked why Madrid had been opposing Washington for attacking Iran. He noted that if repeated violations and the dismissal of international law were simply accepted, the question becomes what kind of world are we going to build in the 21st century? He also reaffirmed that Spain is not afraid of Washington's trade threats, underlying that it's very difficult to take such threats seriously. His remarks follow Washington's statements threatening a full trade embargo. Tensions have escalated after the government here refused to allow the US military to use domestic bases for operations against Iran. Authorities have helped to dismantle a multi-million euro money laundering scheme exploiting Ukrainian women and have arrested 12 suspects. According to Europol yesterday, these suspects were arrested in Alicante and Valencia, and 55 victims have been identified. The international operation involved a money laundering scheme where the criminal network forced vulnerable Ukrainian women to open bank accounts used on gaming platforms and to transfer illicit profits. The members of the organisation would send the women here, accompany them to open a bank account, and then return them to Ukraine shortly afterwards. The suspects would also obtain multiple credit cards linked to the online gambling accounts. More than 3,000 stolen credit cards and more than 5,000 stolen identities from 17 different nationalities have been detected. According to Europol, the organisation made a profit of some 4.75 million euros. Searches uncovered 88 mobile phones, 20 computers, 500 SIM cards and 4 vehicles. A total of 153 bank accounts operating in 11 countries were frozen, identified or blocked. And Benidorm must present a credible payment plan by the 10th of this month after court decisions left the council facing compensation of more than 350 million euros linked to land in the Sierra Galada natural area, which is owned by companies tied to the Murcia Pujadas family. The dispute goes back to agreements from the early 2000s over development rights. When the Sierra Galada was protected as a national park, building there became impossible and the landowners pursued compensation. Benidorm tried to stop the payout through various appeals, but in January the Constitutional Court rejected the council's final attempt to avoid the compensation. So far, the council has moved to secure 55 million euros through a state financing mechanism after a favourable resolution from the Ministry of Finance. The loan, though, is framed as a first step, not a solution. The Mayor, Tony Perez, said the aim is to find a workable route that avoids a direct hit to residents, while the opposition argues the town should have acted earlier. That's the latest from TRE. I'm Bob James.